Welcome to day 12 of the 12 days of crochet. Was that dramatic? Did I do it? Alrighty everybody, it's day 12, so by now you know the lineup. Say it with me. We have the 6-spotted ladybug, a blue-banded bee, a snail, a rosy maple moth, the dragonfly whose name I can never remember but I know it involves the word Dana, an orchid mantis, the Japanese emperor caterpillar, an acorn weevil, a grasshopper, a dung beetle, and yesterday we made a little honeypot ant. Here we have the final box of this season. So I hope you had a really good time with this event. I had an amazing time putting it together for you all. You want to see my bucket of bugs? I'll have to show you after I've revealed what's in the box. But there's an entire bucket of bugs that I made while designing these bugs for you all, and I have been looking forward to sharing it with you all season. So your clue for today was that this particular bug thinks that they are Spider-Man. So let's open up the box and find out what we are making today. This one here struggled to fit into the box. There we go. See, he's already poking his little head out. Come here, buddy. Today we are making the world's fattest velvet worm. Did you guess it? It's funny. It's day 12 and my desk is capturing how I feel right now kind of perfectly. Today we are making a velvet worm. Now you might know these guys as the ones who like shoot the web from their little... I'll put a picture or a gif up or something of it so you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, today we're making one of those. Okay, let's talk about tools and materials. To make a velvet worm today, you are going to need 8-ply 100% acrylic yarn in 2 colors. I have picked a berry pink and a pale pink, but honestly, if I wasn't trying to keep myself confined to the colors we'd already used, I'd probably be using a purple and a very pale orange. In fact, if I wasn't confining myself to the colors I'd already used, I'd be using these 2 colors for this. They can also come in blue. So feel free to get creative with your color choices. You're also going to need some stuffing, but you won't need safety eyes today because as far as I can tell, these guys don't have any eyes. In terms of tools, you're going to need a 3.5mm hook, a pair of scissors, and a stitch marker. But that's it. This little Jabba the Hutt type fella. So we do work a tummy patch all the way down and around. It's going to be a little bit more smooth here. I've made a slight adjustment to this, but I hope it doesn't bother you guys that he does technically have more feet on one side than the other. But I feel like that's how it makes the most sense when posed. We are going to start in our... Let's see, how am I going to refer to these colors for simplicity's sake? Let's call this red and this pink. Yeah, red, pink. So we're going to start in our red. We're going to make a magic ring of 6. Simple enough so far. And then in row 2, we're going to be building the little, I don't know if they're antennas or eye stalks, but we'll be building the little bunny ears that go on top. So we start with a single crochet and then an increase. Then we are going to build the first antenna. So we chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to turn, and starting in the second chain from our hook, we're going to work 2 slip stitches. 1 and 2, then a single crochet, and then 2 half double crochet. So a half double crochet is when you yarn over your hook, insert your hook through the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. So you've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And there is a half double crochet. And we're going to do another one of those in the final chain. So there is our first antenna. In the next stitch in our round, I want you to work a single crochet. And then we're going to build our second antenna. So chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Turn, and starting in the second chain from our hook, work 2 slip stitches, a single crochet, and then 2 half double crochet. Quack, quack, quack. Then back into the stitches of our round, we are going to work an increase, a single crochet, and an increase. brings us to the end of row 2, and we should have 9 stitches in our round and 2 antennae ready to poke up between those stitches. Feel free to use stitch markers if it helps you identify what's what. In row 3, we are going to start with 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, 3 single crochet all into the same stitch, 1, 2, and 3, then a single crochet which will fall between the antenna, and 3 single crochet all into the same stitch that will fall on the far side of the antenna. 1, 2, and 3. Go. Make sure your antennas are on the outside of your work and not the inside. And then it's just 4 single crochet back to the start of our round. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in the next round, we are going to start building up the paler patch that starts at the face and runs down the length of the body. So to start with, we're going to work 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 single crochet all into the same stitch, changing to our pink. So that means we work the first 2 stitches normally, 1, 2, and then in the third stitch, we insert our hook, yarn over and pull up a loop of our red, hold the red out of the way, and grab a strand of our pink. Pinch the pink on the inside of the work at the base of the stitch, yarn over and pull it through. And then just tug on your tails to set all the stitch into place, leaving you with a red single crochet, but your pink is now on your hook, ready to go. So in our pink, we are going to be working 4 single crochet across the face, changing back to our red in the 4th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, changing back to our red. Now I'm not going to be trimming mine off. I'm just going to be like either carrying it under or just pulling it across to where I need it as I need it. Please do whatever you're comfortable with. There will be color changes for basically every row from here on out though, just so you're aware. Then working in our red again, we're going to put 3 single crochet into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, then 3 single crochet, and an increase to finish our round. And at this point, you should have 18 stitches in your round. And from this point on, I'm going to take the very unusual step for me of putting a stitch marker into the last stitch of my round, just because this pattern has caused me some difficulties in the past, and I think this is going to help streamline catching some of the problems before they become problems with a capital P. So row 5 starts with 6 single crochet in our red, changing to our pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and changing to our pink. Then in our pink, we are going to work 2 single crochet. Then we're going to work a treble crochet, and this is kind of an odd move, but I kind of like it. On this one here, I've worked it in a different color, but I don't think it adds anything to it other than it's just a little bit of mess. So I'm going to be working in the same color for this one today. And how you work a treble crochet is you yarn over your hook twice, insert into the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. So you should have 4 loops on your hook. Then yarn over and pull through the first 2, yarn over and pull through the second 2, and yarn over and pull through the last 2. Now, what makes this treble crochet different is instead of poking outwards, like a nose or a tongue, we wanted to poke inwards to give us just a very, very slight little dimple, which is going to be a little suggestion of a mouth. And looking at this picture here, that's what we're aiming for. And then in the next stitches along, we are going to work 2 single crochet, changing back to our red in the second one. So 1, and this is number 2. So you can see there we're getting a very slight dimple. Feel free to skip that stitch if you don't think it's adding value. So now with our red back on our hook, we are going to work 7 single crochet back to the start of our round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Row 6 starts with 3 single crochet, then a single crochet 3 together. There are 2 different ways to work these. One is like a standard decrease kind of way, and one is an invisible decrease kind of way. I personally prefer the invisible decrease, but you can use whichever you prefer. And if you've been following along this series, you have seen me work, like you've seen me give examples of both of those many times now. So I'm just going to work I'm going to be working an invisible single crochet 3 together, changing to our pink. In our pink, we're going to work 2 decreases, and all 4 of the stitches for those decreases are going to fall into pink stitches. So that's 1, and in our second one, we're going to change back to our red. So I've pulled up the loops of my decrease, and then just on the final yarn over and pull through, I use my new color. You can basically color change with any stitch. It's just that final pull through happens with your new color. Then in our red, we're going to work another single crochet 3 together, then 4 single crochet, and an increase to finish our round. Now, please do keep in mind that this is a very asymmetric little worm. We are deliberately curling him off to one side and curling him around, so things are not going to appear symmetrical or even for a lot of this pattern. It's kind of what won at the day 12 slot. So row 7 starts with a single crochet, then an increase, and then 2 single crochet, changing to our pink. In pink, we're going to work 3 single crochet, changing back to our red. 1, 2, and then 3. Then in our red, we're going to work 2 repeats of a single crochet and an increase. So there's our first one. We're going to do that again. Single crochet and increase. And it's just 2 single crochet back to the start of our round. And at this point, you should have 16 stitches in your round. I do suggest that you stop pretty regularly and count and just make sure that you have the right number. In row 8, we are going to make his first little feet. And I am going to do those using a stitch called a 3 double crochet cluster, but please feel free to use whatever cluster, bobble, popcorn, puff stitch that you are most comfortable with. Just make sure that you're not gaining or losing stitches when you use them. So we're going to start with 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4, leaving us with just 1 red stitch before the pink of our belly. And into that stitch, we are going to work a 3 double crochet cluster, changing to our pink. And we do that. That's the problem. We have to color change with these stitches. So how we work a 3 double crochet cluster with a color change is we yarn over our hook, insert into our stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, leaving 3 loops on our hook. Then yarn over and pull through the first 2 stitches. And what that's done is it's added a loop to our hook and also added this little like stub underneath. And as it's a 3 double crochet cluster, this is 1, we need to add 2 more. So we yarn over, insert into the same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through just the first 2 loops on our hook, adding a second stub and a 3rd loop to our hook. We're going to do that 1 more time, like so, leaving us with 3 stubs and 4 loops in total on our hook. If we were just normally finishing this stitch off, I would just yarn over with this color and pull through all 4 loops. But because we want a color change, I'm going to hold my old color out of the way, grab my pink, yarn over with it and pull it through all 4 loops. Then just tug on my red to tuck that stitch down. And it'll bobble out a little bit more as we work the stitches around it. But there is our 3 double crochet cluster with a color change. We're going to do a lot of these, folks. In our pink, we are going to work, careful not to skip any stitches here, 3 single crochet, 1, 2, and changing back to our red in the 3rd one. Please note all 3 of those pink stitches fell into pink stitches. If yours did not, you have lost a stitch. And then in the first red stitch on the other side of the belly, we're going to work another 3 double crochet cluster, this time without a color change. 1, 2, 3, then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Hello. Then we just need to work a single crochet and 3 repeats of a single crochet and an increase to get back to the start of our round. And note the body is meant to be swinging off to the one side, not straight. These little feet should be facing the other side. Again, not straight. Okay, heading into row 9. Row 9 starts with 5 single crochet in our red, changing to our pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that 5th stitch is falling into my first little foot. Then it's 3 single crochet across, changing back to our red. 1, 2, 3. Then the rest of this row is worked in red, and we're going to work 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, and then 3 repeats of a single crochet and then an increase. And 3 single crochet back to the start of the round. 1, 2, and 3. This should leave you with 22 stitches in your round. In row 10, we're going to add another pair of legs. So we start with 4 single crochet. Then in the last red stitch before the pink of the belly, we're going to work a 3 double crochet cluster, changing to our pink. I'm very on edge today because so far I filmed with no technical problems and I'm on the last day, so if anything's going wrong, it's going wrong now. Then 3 pink single crochet, changing back to our red. 1, 2, 3. Another 3 double crochet cluster. Then in our red, we're going to work a single crochet, 3 repeats of a single crochet and an increase. That's 1. 2. 3. And then 6 single crochet back to the start of our round. And 6. There we are at the end of row 10. So you'll see we've got this big swoosh happening off one side and little paws twisting off the other. Row 11 starts with 5 single crochet, changing to our pink. And we're going to work 4 pink single crochet, changing to our red. 2, 3, and 4. And then in our red, a single crochet, 3 repeats of a single crochet and an increase. Then 9 single crochet back to the start of our round. Row 12 starts with 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then a 3 double crochet cluster, changing to our pink. Four pink single crochet, changing back to our red. And then a 3 double crochet cluster. then it's just 3 repeats of a single crochet and an increase. And 12 single crochet back to the start of our round. Whee! Alrighty, we are more than halfway. Row 13 starts with 3 single crochet, changing to our pink. 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Yep, it's right. I gotta learn to trust my own process. In our pink, we are going to work a single crochet 3 together. So that's 2 red stitches and a pink stitch. Then 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, and a single crochet 3 together, changing back to our red. In our red, we're going to work a single crochet, 3 single crochet into the same stitch, 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, then a decrease, 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and a decrease. Did I mention that the shaping gets weird? The shaping gets a little weird. So now I want you to take a stitch marker and insert it through the back loop only of the next stitch, and then work a single crochet in the front loop of it. We're going to use that to create just a little like structural piece to hold the shape, just like we did with the dung beetle. And then we have 2 repeats of a single crochet and a 3 double crochet cluster. So there's 1, and 2. Back to the start of our row. Row 14 starts with 2 more repeats of a single crochet and a 3 double crochet cluster, but this time we're changing to our pink in the second 3 double crochet cluster. So there's 1, and we'll change colors in this one. If you've made it this far in the pattern, I would love to know which one of the 12 days of crochet this year was your favorite, or did your favorite happen in one of the previous 2 years? Either way, let me know in a comment. I would love to hear it. And if you've made any of the bugs from this series, a like on this video would be greatly appreciated as well. Then in our pink, we're going to work 3 single crochet, changing back to our red. 1, 2, 3. Another 3 double crochet cluster. 1, 2, 3, and finish the stitch. A single crochet and a 3 double crochet cluster. Okay, so in the next stitch, we are going to be working our support stitch that kind of anchors the 2 sides of our worm together so that when you stuff it, it still keeps its shape. And we're going to do that using something I've dubbed a special treble crochet, and it's special because instead of like yarning over first and then inserting our hook into the stitch, we're going to start by inserting our hook completely through the next stitch of our round and yarning over twice, then inserting our hook through that marked back loop on the other side of the work. You can pop that stitch marker out, it's just getting in the way. And then we yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through the loop, through the stitch and through the final loop. And you'll see what that's doing. It's creating this like point of stability across the middle so that when we stuff it, this doesn't get pushed outwards. It stays tucked in and wormy. Then we are going to work 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 2 increases, 1, 2, 3 decreases, 1, 2, 3. This row is absolutely wild. A 3 double crochet cluster, changing to our pink. And then 2 decreases in our pink. That row was just chaos. Unpredictable chaos. There we go. I'm going to move my row end marker because it's useless up there, and we're going to pop it in here because we're at the pointy end now. Okay, let's get a look-see at what we're looking at here. So we've got little head, we've got 4 pairs of feet down the front, as well as a whole bunch of them wrapping around the back, and at least 1 more at the base there. And we've got this lump of the body, which we are curling around into a tail piece. So far, so good. Still in our pink, we're going to start row 15. And row 15 starts with a decrease. And then 2 single crochet 3 togethers. So the first one is made with 2 red stitches and a pink stitch. And the second one is made with 2 pink stitches and a red stitch. And then we're working a decrease, changing back to our red. In our red, we're going to work a single crochet, then 3 repeats of an increase, and a single crochet. So there's our first one, increase, single crochet. So the second one, increase, and a single crochet. And that is our third one. We are then going to work 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. A 3 double crochet cluster, changing to our pink. Then a single crochet and a decrease to finish our round. Okay. At this point, we are going to stop, and I'm going to untangle myself, and we're going to stuff our worm. There we go. I have all of the stuffing that's accumulated on my desk throughout this process. It's just little bits and pieces everywhere. I know sometimes you guys are very interested in time frames, and so today is Tuesday, the 26th of November, as I film this last one. I haven't edited any of them yet, but I'm hoping that that will go fairly easily. So the intro video, as I sit here and film this, the intro video will be filmed tomorrow and will go live the day after that on Thursday. I cannot wait for you guys to see these guys. I really can't. Look at him. Oh, he's such a sassy fellow. Look at that swing. Oh, he's got flair, darling. All right, so now he's all stuffed full. We are going to, in our pink, work a single crochet 3 together. Then we have a decrease, which is 1 pink stitch and 1 red stitch. And 2 single crochet, changing back to our red. 1 and 2. In our red, we're going to work a single crochet, then 3 increases, 1, 2, and 3. and then 5 single crochet, changing back to our pink. In our pink, we're going to work a single crochet and then a single crochet 3 together back to the start of our round. And that is made up of a red stitch and then 2 pink stitches. At this point, you should be down to just 18 stitches in your round. Row 17 starts with a single crochet 3 together. And then a decrease, changing to our red. We're then going to work 11 single crochet in our red, changing to our pink in the 11th stitch. And 11. Then it's just 2 pink single crochet back to the start of our round. 1 and 2. Row 18 starts with a single crochet 3 together, changing to our red. That's made up of 2 pink stitches and 1 red stitch. In our red, we're then going to work 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Then 3 single crochet all into the same stitch. Six single crochet, changing back to our pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 2 single crochet in our pink. So 1 and 2. For the rest of this, you can pretty much stuff as you go. I'm going to stuff a little bit more now. But we do just want to make sure that his tail is stuffed as well. It's just, sometimes it's a little tricky to know exactly when the right time to stuff is. Is that treble crochet doing its job? Row 19 starts with a single crochet 3 together, changing back to our red. Then in our red, a decrease. And 8 single crochet, changing back to our pink. So that's 7. This is 8. And then it is just 2 single crochet, changing back to our red. So 1 and 2. And that is the final pink stitch of this project. Thank goodness. We still have 2 more rows to work though. So I'm going to leave my pink attached until we've worked the whole row 20. So row 20 is a decrease. 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 3 decreases. 1, 2, 3, and we can trim off the pink now. Technically we could have done it before. If we can find our scissors, there we are. Hiding all the sharp objects. And last chance to add a little bit more stuffing. There we go. So we have just 12 stitches. No, we have 8 stitches in our round at this point. And row 21 is a decrease. 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And a final decrease and finish off. Remove our stitch marker. And we're going to take our remaining yarn and pull it through all 6 of those stitches in the final row, just the front loops. Five and 6. and pull it tight to close. Just tuck that end away inside, trying to preserve as much of the point of the tail as we can. What's really funny here is that I'm pretty sure this last one, this velvet worm, eats every other bug we've made for this event. There is our finished velvet worm, the 12th and final day of Bugsmas. So let's get one last look at that lineup, shall we? There they all are together. All right, and there is our finished velvet worm. We'll put him in position on the background so we can see him properly. I hope you had just the best time making him with me today. It's all of you guys who really kind of make this event what it is. So let me know in the comment section what your favorite part of the 12 days of crochet was, if it was a bug or if it was something about the event or if it was a conversation you had trying to work out what the guesses were. I would love to hear all of your stories from the last 12 days. I'm not done yet. You'll see me next Thursday. Okay, bye. Okay, so that's a wrap on day 12. This is not our final look under the log, however, so watch out for a special day 13 episode tomorrow that will show off all your finished velvet worms and talk about some of the highlights from this series. Do please still share photos of your finished velvet worms on the Discord, and we would also love to see some family photos of all of your mini bugs together. From what I can see here, y'all really do like big bugs, and you cannot lie. An absolutely titanic thank you to my patrons for their support. They truly made this event possible. And a mythically epic thank you to the wonderfully enduring Mr. Bones who put together this slideshow and stopped me frogging these last couple of weeks. I hope you have all had some fun, and I hope to see you back here for day 13.